Hey everyone. I was just actually thinking about how this is going to get really interesting to see our daily transformation as salons and whatnot are closed down for the foreseeable future. So I guess you're going to get to see the real Kelly as time goes on. The lob is already looking a little shaggy. But hey, we're all in this together, right? At least we're safe and sound. Today, I want to talk something about I'm hearing a lot. I've been on so many Zoom calls, and this thing just keeps coming up and rearing its ugly head, and I just don't agree. I think that there's a mindset setting in to many agents and agencies that everyone is destitute. And some of this is the news, and that's why I think you have to be a good guardian of your own brain. When you watch the news, it's death, it's destruction, it's the economy is terrible, and we keep hearing these things. But honestly, it's giving us a good excuse to not do some of the things that are critical to our agencies, not only survival, but us being able to thrive at the end of this. If you are going into every call thinking everyone's economically frustrated, everybody is down in the dumps, there's no money to be had, you are going to lose this war. That is simply untrue. I want to give you a few pieces of positive news that we can use. My husband's in nursing homes, and lo and behold, they've had some outbreaks. It's inevitable. Everybody knew it was going to happen. Luckily, his homes are some of the last ones in the state. They've actually not had to transport people to the hospital. So these are elderly people that have health conditions that need to be in a full-time nursing home facility. They've been able to treat them with fluids and some of the new drugs out there, and it's working great. So when you're seeing these things on TV, don't think that everything is an automatic death sentence. We need to stop, take a breath, and realize it's very serious, and we have every reason to be cautious, but it is not 100% of the game. And so I say use that story because if I was watching the news and not married to my husband, I would be so absolutely worried for any person that was elderly that got it. Now, I know that that's something that we should be worried about, but the reality is that just because we have it doesn't mean it's automatic, we're on a ventilator, etc. And I want to couple this with inside of an insurance agency. There's about 20% of the economy that is absolutely crushed. And that's a big component, right? That's the restaurants, the hairdressers, the bartenders, the people that just got laid off. They cannot go to work. Their industry is pretty much shut down for safety concerns. So these are people that, in all reality, here are the facts of the situation. Number one, it's income tax return time here in America, which means hopefully, in some cases, in many cases, they'll be getting an income tax return. The stimulus checks are coming out, and they have the opportunity to apply for advanced unemployment. Now, I'm not saying that this solves all the people's challenges. It most certainly does not. But there is relief, and carriers are giving grace periods for these people. So it is not death and destruction. It is definitely survival mode, but there's a lot of things working that can help during that situation. So that's about 20%. The next is the biggest block of us. This is 60%. This is just like you and me watching this video, not laid off, but instead working differently. We're still getting a paycheck. And on top of that, income tax return time and the stimulus package is coming out that will have the impact to get to a good deal of us and provide some extra money in our pockets. For these people, they're being more conservative. They definitely have concerns. We're kind of in more of a conservation mode. And in reality, when I have this conversation with people, I hear more and more like, oh yeah, I've got a little extra money in my pocket. I'm not spending as much. Or, we haven't been able to enroll the kids in their sports, so there's extra money. There's some extra money floating around, okay? And there's a lot of people, if they've been doing their renewal review calls, that are getting life insurance opportunities, umbrella, people that just want it done right. And I'm saying this to you because all too often I hear, well, people are just so dissolute. I don't want to bother them right now. Things are so bad. And I'm saying, knock it off. Knock it off. That is not the facts. The facts are there is one bucket very impacted, that help is on the way. This other bucket is conservative and we have to change our style, but you have to decide, are you going to go into avoidance mode or run into those people and help them? And so I hear all too often, well, they just can't afford it. I have to reshop all these policies. And I'm saying, no, 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 no. Give people options, get the cross sell, get the other policies, offer them different payment plans. People might have more money and just say, I want to get rid of this bill. I don't want to think about it. And I really want to be careful, because the story I hear we're telling ourselves is everyone is destitute. Everyone is, everything is so price sensitive, price sensitive, price sensitive. And the facts to me don't support that. Then there's this top tier 20%, which at this point they're thriving. Maybe their business hit, whatever they're doing is, a big bucket of success. My cousin's a nurse. She's working tons of overtime. She's like, this is insane. She calls it like, this is what I was called to do. She's not scared. She's going in every day. She's doing her job. She's working tons of overtime. And she's just looking forward to that great vacation at the end. But you have to understand that we cannot treat everybody like they're literally everything's gone. For most of us, we're working differently. We might be a little bit more conservative, but insurance is here to protect us. So insurance is an investment when people are conservative that they lean into. I'm saying this to you because on Friday, it's Friday here, we got through another week, right? We have to stop with the mentality that everything is falling apart and that people only care about price. That's got to go out the window. We have to believe our role is to provide options to people so that they can make a decision that's best for their family. I appreciate you letting me spend a little time with you guys this week. Take that to heart. Try it out. Do a little checkup up here. Am I going in thinking everybody's laid off on every single one of my clients? That's irrational. That is a feeling, not a fact. I want you to go back and stop and think to yourself, what are the facts, not the feelings, that we can get through this? Everybody have a great weekend. Depending on, your religious preference, have a great holiday weekend. I know Passover is here, Easter's here, Good Friday today. Enjoy this time and think a little bit about what we're grateful for, because there are good things that are coming out of this. We'll see you guys soon.